nightstand, nightstand, nightstand. I'm sitting right there by the nightstand. He's standing up in front of me. His bag, I don't remember if he put his bag on the table or the chair that was right there. I just remember him sitting his bag somewhere on the table, near the table. Put his bag down. Started hitting me. Then after he started hitting me, that's when he was like, I started crying. Like, of course I'm crying because I'm like, Julez, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, I think this was before Fashion Week, okay? I'm like, Julez, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, why are you hitting me? Why would you do this? Like, why are you acting like that? This and third. No, I blacked out. And I don't mean blacked out as in passed out.
It's been a crazy weekend.
Come on.
You struggling, babe? I told you.
So, it looks like there are more skeletons in the Knowles family than we thought. And Blue Ivy just exposed one of them. Lately, Julez Smith is under fire for being a problem child with mommy issues after a female streamer came forward claiming he assaulted her with bruises, scratches, and even threats involved. And apparently, that's why we haven't seen Blue Ivy and Julez together in months. No recent pics, no family hangouts, nothing. At first, everyone thought it was just them being at different stages in life. But with these disturbing new details coming out, people are wondering, was Julez's behavior the reason why Beyonce stopped Blue Ivy from hanging out?
But he didn't got around to messing around with Tommy from Love and Hip Hop. That woman is older than your mama and got 2 kids. Got anger problems and an arrest history. What exactly is you doing with this? I heard something about Blue Ivy bedroom getting exposed. I think the family forgetting who they related to. They forgetting the name that they need to uphold.
Julez Smith has been a major problem. In March, he was called out for clout chasing after he abruptly declined some planned interviews while hosting an event at a gay nightclub in Atlanta. However, Julez defended himself. He claimed that he's been getting gay allegations since he was a child,
Skeletons
which
in
is
the
true,
Knowles family
by the
than
way.
we thought.
And
Blue
this
Ivy
was his
just
own way of
exposed one
shutting
them.
that down
Lately,
once
Julez
and
Smith
for all.
is under fire.
What's the hardest part about me and you?
Misconceptions.
What are the
People think
misconceptions?
I'm gay. You know that?
I am gay.
Really like that?
I do.
Like, you wanna know something that's so crazy?
What's crazy?
You know, like, in the start of my life, I used to like...
This is not to be heard.
Nah, for sure. Look, you know, like, the first time I ever heard myself in the media was, I was in 7th grade, and my mom had posted this picture of me. I was dressed as LL Cool J. I had like this red
Halloween?
jumpsuit, yes. I'm 13 at the time. Mind you, I had a girlfriend at the time. I went to school and my girlfriend showed me a picture that my mom posted. It was on some media shit. And these grown-ass adults was calling me gay at 13 because they were saying I'm pretty.
Being born into the Knowles family, you'd think Julez would have learned a thing or two from his auntie and mama about being quiet and letting the drama fade away. Instead, he leaned into the newfound attention by debuting a new relationship with 42-year-old Tommy Lee. Now, dating an older woman is one thing, but dating someone older than your mama with a history like Tommy's is definitely a deliberate choice. And girl, the way he was out here, making out with her in the streets was weird as hell.
My baby. So fine.
It's hard to be fine. I said it's hard to be fine when you got somebody on your back.
The thing is, Julez
had already been caught being messy after he leaked very personal messages and videos about his relationship with Sky Jackson. At the time, sources confirmed that neither Beyonce nor Solange were happy about it and straightened him out. Julez was 16 when this came out, so people also gave him grace, expecting that he would be disciplined better and age out of that behavior once he gets older. But girl, Julez has reportedly gotten progressively worse. Just because he's stayed out of the spotlight since then doesn't mean he's been an easy person for anyone to deal with. Given that he's been in Hollywood practically his entire life and also models, Julez has reportedly gotten into some street pharmacy stuff and has been in it for a minute, and he's out here bad. Whenever he makes a mess, his mom or Mama Tina are always right along to help him cover it and stop it from hitting the media. However, it's been a little harder to do now that he's grown up and we are watching him embarrass the family. So, a streamer named Rhea came out to talk about how Julez turned a fun night into one where she had to fight for her life. It was supposed to be a casual hookup, and since he's Solange's son and tied to Beyoncé, she agreed to meet up with him. In the middle of it, they both had some pills, and that was enough to turn the night on its head. He became upset without saying why, and she couldn't understand what triggered his mood change that much. The way she described it, it was almost like a switch flipped and he turned into a mad person. When she tried to understand what was going on with him, he grabbed her hand and forcefully threw her off him. By the time the night was over, her arms were covered in bruises from defending herself. He also pulled out a pow on her.
Y'all, I've been in a lot of traumatic situations, shit like that. Y'all probably would have expected me to cry, but that's when them tears started soaking the fuck up. Once he started going for that bag, them tears started soaking the fuck up. Bitch, I couldn't cry. Like I don't know. When I'm in situations like that, I don't know how to react. I don't be crying. Like, I be calm as fuck. So he points the gun in my head or whatever, and I'm like, I'm still in shock. So I'm like, in my head, I'm like, this bitch is really fucking crazy. But we in a Post Oak hotel, so is he really gonna kill me in a Post Oak hotel?
But do y'all know what's crazy about all this? Just because of who he's connected to, she never planned to press charges or take it public. The only reason we are hearing about it now is because her phone broke in the process. It cost $120, but he refused to cover the bill and be done with it. And with how much the story has blown up, Julez hasn't made any statement and is most likely not going to. But folk aren't having it. $120 is nothing to Julez, and he could have just paid it for the story not to come out since he was at fault. Music, but he didn't. And that's because he never thought that Rhea would be bold enough to speak on him. Julez has always had a lot of goodwill going for him simply because he's Beyoncé's nephew and Solange's son. He's had doors open for him because of his connections and has also not had to deal with the consequences of his actions since there was always someone to clean it up for him, since he was able to get away with how he treated Sky Jackson and has seen how his family goes to lengths to cover up mistakes. Julez believes that he could treat people anyhow he wanted and get away with it. But before everyone turns around to blame the Nulles for Julez's behavior, it looks like his sudden mood switch when drugs are involved doesn't stop when he's out at parties or with other people. As much as Julez has been out publicly a lot lately, so has Blue Ivy. She's been showing up on red carpets supporting her parents' concerts, including Jay's recent performance at Yankee Stadium. And fans have seen her out casually shopping in Paris or hanging out with friends. But the one person people haven't seen her out with is her cousin Julez. Despite their 8-year age difference, Blue and Julez grew up together and spent a lot of time together. Solange even said, "Blue comes over, I babysit." Beyoncé takes Julez sometimes for the weekend. Blue and Julez are going to grow up more like sister and brother than cousins. They shared similar music tastes, and Solange also spoke about how being around Jay-Z got Julez interested in being a rapper, and he was very serious about it. Given the bond they have, people expected to see both of them together. But from what sources are saying, that isn't the case at all. While Julez's drama with Sky Jackson eventually blew over, Beyoncé never forgot about it. And as Julez got deeper into the Hollywood lifestyle, when he started working as a model and his behavior became a bit more erratic, they reportedly put some distance between him and Blue Ivy. Blue had also started performing at Beyoncé's shows, and her life was only going to get more public from that point. So, they were worried about some of his preferences rubbing off on her at a young age, and most likely showing up as her fame and public profile skyrockets. Solange was still a child herself when she had him, and Julez was reportedly left to his own devices most of the time, while she was out focusing on her career and living her life. Solange would only step in when Julez's behavior truly crossed a line. But outside of that, nothing else was done. Word is that despite what they post on social media, Julez isn't all that close to his mother or Mama Tina. Music and his behavior has slowly destroyed whatever bond he and Blue Ivy shared in the past. So, as long as he continues to act out, Beyoncé isn't going to risk Blue Ivy being around him and picking up on some of his antics. And right now, the internet isn't as friendly to the Nulles family like it was in the past. Beyoncé and Jay-Z have been having a crazy year with people constantly spilling tea on what they've been up to. So, There's nowhere for Blue Ivy to hide if she messes up publicly. And even Julez is currently feeling the heat because for the first time ever, people are collectively calling out his behavior, saying, "Lock him up." I don't know why these girls aren't pressing charges. I don't give an F whose son, grandson, or nephew he is. All that witchcraft she's doing, and she can't do no hocus pocus to make him act right. But what do you guys think about this? Sound off in the comments, and make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, baddies.